Alien Abduction Day. Interesting. Very interesting. Welcome to Alien Abduction Day. Let's see. From my merch store, Loud and Proud, up here in the comments. Check out the merch store, guys. Every little bit helps. Alien Abduction Day. Interesting. I've never even heard about that. Oh, not today. Alien Abduction Day is March 20th. And March is also multiple sclerosis month too. Wild. It is so cold out today in the Fire Academy. Holy moly, it is awful. I'm wearing pretty much every piece of clothing I have here, even my overalls, just because I need the extra little warmth and. Oh. And I'm still suffering from a little bit of valley fever too. I mean, to be honest, I don't know if that's what I actually have, but I'm just assuming. But yeah, chilling. See if anyone else is just chilling today. They're just hanging out. I mean, it is what? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. My 100th video in a row comes out today. That's pretty exciting. Tyler the Creator versus Kendrick Lamar. That's an interesting, maybe an interesting rap battle. I'd like to just see Drake and Kendrick Lamar go head to head. That would be a rap battle I'd like to see. Hey Markel, Marek, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It would be cool to see Kendrick Lamar and Drake do a rap battle. I mean, I don't really think Drake is a like a freestyle rapper, right? I think he has a lot of ghostwriters writing his songs, so it wouldn't really be too fair. But I'm definitely, if you're wondering, I'm definitely more of a Kendrick Lamar fan. I was definitely one of the, what was it, 49 million Americans screaming out a minor when Kendrick Lamar was performing at the Super Bowl. But yeah, we're just hanging out. I work at a fire academy. My main job is to fill air bottles, so I'm just waiting on bottles to fill. Dang, everyone's all over from around the world coming in. That's cool. Do you like living in the Czech Republic? Czech Republic and like Germany, for whatever reason, just makes me always think of the movie Triple X. I don't know why. I know it was filmed in Germany, but it always makes me think of Triple X. The first one. That's the only one I've ever seen. The other, past that, I'm like, nah, I don't care. That could have been a one and done movie, in my opinion. It was like the rise of Xander Cage, State of the Union. Did it like Ice Cube? He was Triple X one time. I don't know what that means. Yeah, I don't know. You lost me on that one there, friend. Gosh dang, it is so cold here where I am. It's absolutely freezing. Hopefully the weather's better wherever you guys are. Makes it hard when you have to work outside or work like inside, outside, more or less, you know? Who wants to be out there? And if I close the door into my shipping container, then it will kill the Wi-Fi, so it won't work for the stream either. I hope you guys are having a great day. We got another 56 minutes until today's video comes out. My 100th video in a row of daily vlogging. That's pretty cool. Hope you guys appreciate it. I decided to do something special and give back to my area, more or less. I guess is lack of a better word without giving away too much, you know. Yeah, fire away any questions. Please make them in English though, because that is the language I speak. Golly. Being cold and hungry is like the worst combination ever. I just need to check my email here because I got an email needing I need a TB test. Who's Luther Judy? I've never heard of that either. Lately though, I've been listening to just a lot of Tool, System of a Down, AFI. That's like my main go-tos. Limp Bizkit. I've really just been sticking to the rock genre a lot lately. I like it. It's my favorite. Early 2000s, 1990s. That's like some of the best music in my opinion. Yeah, if you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, wherever it may be. Check out the merch store. Every little bit helps. Helps with the analytics, of course. You know, it's free to subscribe. It's free to hit the thumbs up button. You know, it makes a huge difference on people on YouTube's analytics and like their lives and stuff, right? My channel's not monetized though. I hope it will be one day, but as of now, it's not monetized. Oh wait, woo. There's just such a gnarly cold breeze blowing in here. I mean, it is February here, right? So it should be winter time. Yeah, I'm not really too sure what to talk about. You know, so I was like, well, just ask me whatever you want. Fire away with the questions and try my best to answer them. You know, if you're a long-time viewer to the channel, we do a lot of running stuff. Running and rocket launches are pretty much that's like what my channel's about, right? There was a launch last night that was pretty cool. It was so cold, but it's still really neat. And it was during sunset too, and I think it's with the weather, like the temperature of the air plus the sun, and also that's how you get that big like mushroom cloud thing that comes out to into the rockets. Alright. I tried live streaming the launch last night too, but it didn't really work as well as I was hoping. Because I filmed it with my phone and then I just used my iPad and I propped it up on the roof. Oil field in Rincon, California? Are there derricks out there? I know down there is the, it comes in off right, and then there's the place, I can't remember what mountainside that is, but you can see it when you're on the 101, they have the fire burning, right? You can see it out of that pipe. Oh, New Mexico. Oh yeah, that's right. You were the one that told me to look into that. That's right. That's right. I did look into it. I kind of got a little, I don't want to say discouraged or not, but um, I feel like I kind of hit like a dead wall or a dead end as far as like reaching out to them and figuring out who to contact as far as a job. But I'm super interested in it. That'd be really neat. That's right. I totally remember that. Yeah, sometimes it does take me a little bit to remember. I apologize. Especially when it's cold, you know, like if you think of like it as an engine or a motor, right? When it's cold, it's not going to be working as well as it will. It has to warm up a little bit, and that's what I'm actively trying to do. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Since the last stream, I've been able to open a savings account. I'm super excited about that. I met with a guy yesterday. I was able to get health insurance, so that's super cool. So I feel like I'm really doing some adulting these last few days, which is important, right? I haven't had health insurance in like 7 or 8 months now. I got it through the strawberry farm I was working for, but then they cut my hours out so bad that they basically phased me out more or less. And you have to hit 30 hours a month, I think, in order to get health insurance, and then they kept me like right at 27. So, sorry, I mean a week. So they kept me like right below that mark, and then the stand closed early because they weren't making any sales. And then so I eventually just lost my health insurance and my job altogether, actually, I should say. So that's whatever. You know, it's funny because I like one of my businesses, like my business is Flying 90s, and I do social media management, right? So I have a little bit of a knack, I think, for my mustaches. Hey, good to see you again. Nice. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. And I try to root for other people too. You know, I like to share the love. I like to keep my, people in my thoughts at night, and I drop a little prayer for them. I forgot what I was gonna say. Hey, welcome. It's funny to me, like, it's not funny. It's interesting to me how, like, I can't tell if they're pointing at me or what. There's, like Rincon, New Mexico, but there's Rincon here, which is like a super famous surf spot. Here there's a beach called Refugio, but then there's Refugio, Texas, and that's super neat. I've been to New Mexico. Where is Rincon in relation to? Hey, Burke, welcome. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Where is Rincon, New Mexico in relation to like Truth or Consequences or Las Cruces? Those are like my two. I've been through Las Cruces a few times. I've been to Truth or Consequences once. I don't know. I just want to keep the conversation going instead of like, Googling it on my phone. New Mexico's neat. It's pretty interesting. There's this place called Shiprock. I don't know if you've ever been there, but I would check it out. It's really, really spooky. And I remember going there and getting like a really kind of weird vibe out of it. Like a don't be there kind of situation. Not from the people, but oh, okay. Nice. If you ever get a chance and you feel like driving, check out Shiprock, or just Google it too. It's this like giant, I don't even know what you really call it, but it's like this big thing that just goes up, and then supposedly it's hollow, and let me make sure I'm getting it. Yeah, okay. And so like through the Navajo lore, for lack of a better word, is lore, I don't really know what to call it, through, the history or from their tales, they talk about how there's these angel people up the top of the mountain that will swoop down and pick you up if you're not like good or something. Interesting. So it's cool, what I'm talking about, Shiprock. It's super neat. It's such a wild, like, natural. Freaking drawing a blank right now, but it's really neat. I love stuff like that, like nature, learning about Native American history and culture. Like that's so cool. Really interesting to me. Like Navajo pranksters, um, skinwalkers, like all of that stuff. So wild. Kirkland. Okay, so I have been there. That's actually the first place I've ever had Sonic. Believe it or not. Really friendly people there. When we were there looking for Shiprock, we went into a grocery store and just asked, "Hey, is there a Shiprock place? Like anywhere? Like can we get some info?" And they gave us all the info we could have ever asked for, and they were so friendly and nice. That was really special. You know, like, another main theme here on this channel is just kindness goes such a long way. It doesn't. That's awesome. That's super cool. What a small world, huh? And then where I live on the central coast of California, I genuinely couldn't tell you where the closest Sonic is to us. Maybe like an hour and a half away. Up in Paso Robles, I want to say. I'm not entirely too sure. You know, kind of. So in my town where I live in, they open their arms wide open to like chain restaurants, like like Sonic, Burger King, McDonald's, stuff like that. So I'm really surprised we don't have a Sonic here. We just got an El Pollo Loco, so that's whatever. Haven't been to it though. I don't really have any desire to go. I can make a chicken quesadilla at my house, just the same, probably even better, and a fraction of the cost. It's like, if you're gonna go eat fast food, it's at least $20 a person at the end of the day, with tax and all that jazz. Especially if you want to get a combo, like with a drink and fries or chips. So it's just really sad. It's sad, the price of everything nowadays. Stuff like that. Like, McDonald's used to always be there for us. When you didn't have very much money, you could get a cheeseburger or a burger for $1. And now you get the quarter pounder meal and it's like $17 or $18. They got rid of Big Mac Mondays, which is sad. I mean, I personally didn't ever eat those, but for people that did enjoy them, that was like their special little treat. You could get a Big Mac for $1 on a Monday. Like, what happened to that? It's just sad. Really sad, the state of everything. And it's crazy, like, the amount of money that you would spend on fast food. You could go to like, I know the price of groceries are also expensive too, but if you took all the money you would spend on going to McDonald's for the evening, you could get like 2 weeks worth of burgers almost, right? I mean, sure, maybe the buns might go bad, but the patties won't go bad. It's just, I think they're capitalizing on being lazy, but that's just my own personal opinion. Like, oh, these mofos aren't gonna want to cook, so let's just make the price of fast food go up a little bit, like a trickle, like slowly turn the dial up and up and up, until they'll just price themselves out of business. And a really good example of that is like the different surf clothing companies. Like Volcom's going out. I just saw Volcom's going out of business. Billabong, Hurley, a few others. And what sucks is, those brands were all started by surfers who were passionate about surfing and stuff, and then get bought out by these giant corporations that don't give a fuck about surfing or the people. And it's like, your average surfer is not going to be paying $60 for board shorts, and it's insane. So those kind of businesses are all going out, and it's sad because my Volcom jeans are some of my most comfortable favorite jeans I have, and their website has like a 60% off sale right now, and you can't find them. The in-stores are all closing, online stores are closing. It's insane. Maybe I wonder if you could buy out Volcom. How much that would cost and what that would look like. remember back in like two, 2003, 2004, 2005, Volcom even had its own music label, and that's what gave Pepper their start. Valiant Thor, ASG, Riverboat Gamblers, just to name a few. Like they were putting out great music, and I don't what happened? Why did that stop? It's not like people weren't listening to Pepper. Pepper's a huge band. And now that I think they're signed on with Law Records or maybe Ohana, I think they started their own record company. Don't quote me on the Pepper history. But it's crazy how it's shifting. I'm just staring off into the horizon, thinking about yesteryears, But yeah, I think his name's Sam. I'm just guessing here. Sam asked me about if I can actually see the rocket launches and stuff. Like, yeah, I can. Literally from where I'm sitting right now, I can just about see the Falcon 9, the tip of it sitting on the pad. And there's supposed to be another launch coming up on Saturday? Saturday, I think, is when the next launch is. Oh, Monday. Oh, an early one. Monday at 5:18 a.m. Goodness gracious, it's going to be cold out there. But then coming up, we have another land lander, which is my favorite. That's going to be on February 27th at 7:10 p.m. So that's exciting. Looks like we just have 2 more launches left over for February. We're actually having kind of one almost once a week, as long as everything goes as planned. Oh, excuse me, which is cool. I mean, it's cool if you're into that kind of stuff. If you're not into it, it's like, oh, another rocket launch. And honestly, guys, that's why I had to tune off of Instagram. Like, Instagram used to just be this really fun photo sharing website. Like, this is what I'm up to. Check out my photos. Like, May dump or like January dump, stuff like that. But now it's just turned into a platform where people just complain. Like, we got people that complain about the same rocket launch every single time. Oh God, another rocket launch. I can't believe it. How many do we need? And it's like, why are you giving so much negative energy towards that? Rocket launches, they're like less than 2 minutes. If you think less than 2 minutes is a long time, like, cheers for you. Only the homies, the bros will know what I'm talking about there. Legends. There's a new graphic condition. New Legends. Golly, it is cold here. And then it was supposed to rain today, which is, at least it was forecasted for it to rain. But it's definitely not raining today. Oh, okay. So this is what happens, guys. Like, it's gonna blow. It's gonna be super windy for the rest of the afternoon, and then at 1 a.m. is when the rain starts, and it's gonna rain all day tomorrow, basically. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday it's supposed to rain. 90, 90, and 70% chances. Ugh. I know what you guys are thinking, like, well, doesn't California need the rain? It's like, yeah, I do agree with that, but when you have to work outside and your job is filling air bottles and going back and forth, taking the bottles one way or the other, and you're just constantly outside in the rain, like, you're not looking forward to it, regardless of if the state needs it or not. And if you guys pay attention to the news, and I'm not trying to get political here, but obviously they didn't collect the rainwater the last storm. Like, this time last year we had a record-breaking storm, and they had this giant basin that was supposed to be full of water to help fight the fires, and they didn't. Where was that? It's like, and it's funny too. Like, I've lived here my whole life, more or less, right? And we go through these drought periods, and they throw all this money towards making desalination plants, And right when they get the ball moving on those things, and the drought ends, and they're like, all right, well, I guess we don't need this anymore. It was like, why don't we just prepare for the future? We put all this money towards these desalination plants. Why don't we just build them and see the project through? Like, I think they're just giant cash grabs for somebody, for these corporations and politicians that get them passed. That's just me on my soapbox there. You know, like the high-speed rail, they put $45 billion towards it or something, like something ridiculous that no one in California wants or voted for. And it's like, well, where did all that money go? Because you have nothing to show for it. It's so wild. It's crazy. And we were talking about the high-speed rail either yesterday's chat or the day before. Where it's like, okay, right on, I'm gonna go use this high-speed rail to get somewhere else. But then when I get there, I'm still gonna need to rent a car. You know, it's stupid. California's a driving state. We like our vehicles. Sorry, I'm sitting on something wrong here. We like our vehicles here in California, and they're trying so hard to get rid of gas burning vehicles. That was one of Biden's things. Like, I'm gonna get rid of gas, make it all electric. But no one can afford freaking electric vehicles. You know, it's $80,000-$90,000 for a stupid ass Tesla. You can't even charge at your house. You gotta go take it to a freaking charging station. And guess what those charging stations run on? Diesel. Giant diesel generators. So there's this war on diesel trucks they're so bad for the environment. Meanwhile, they need to run all these diesel generators just to power these stupid EV charging stations. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome, Joseph. Thank you for tuning in. Do you think Orthodox monks go on these giant rants? Probably not. They probably don't even drive, have cars. Yeah, I must have. Do you do forging? No, I actually work at a fire academy. I am a SCBA technician is my trade job. Where the air packs that they oh, interesting. That's cool. The air packs and stuff that firefighters wear into fires? Like, that's my job, is to maintain stuff like that. And right now, today's like a bottle filling day. Because at the fire academy, the cadets are going to be doing a lot of, look at Thomas just driving back and forth. The cadets are going to be going through a lot of air, so that's why I'm here. Other than that, thank you, I appreciate that. What do you do for fun, Joseph? Besides, as a Dane, oh, Danish. Interesting, nice. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. You guys don't. They have to have firefighters in Denmark, right? Is that where Danish? Have you ever heard of Solvang, California? That's my question for you. Have you ever heard of Solvang, California? I live like 30 minutes from there. Nice. Heck yeah, dude. What kind of music you tune into? Lately, I've been on a big early 2000s 1990 kick. It's like a lot of Tool and stuff like that. Alice in Chains, System of a Down, Korn, Limp Bizkit. That kind of stuff. Like right now, I'm listening to Tool. I wish I could play it for you guys, so everyone could hear have a little background music and not just me totally rambling. But the stream would get flagged. I live streamed during I live streamed I just pointed the camera at me and myself during the Super Bowl, and during Kendrick Lamar's halftime performance, ended up getting the stream a flag, even though it wasn't even watching the Super Bowl. I guess you could kind of hear it in the background, so that video got a copyright strike. But thankfully, I was just able to remove the music from it, so that's cool. So it didn't really count against me. But yeah, just hanging out. Hanging out today on this cold Tuesday. What's the weather like in Denmark right now? What do I do for fun? I love running. My go-to right now is running. I need to actually sign up for that race. I'm setting my sights on completing my first 100-mile ultra marathon this year, and that's going to be in May. So I basically spend a lot of my days just running and getting ready for this race. I try to do like 30 to 40 miles a week, but lately because the weather's just been so awful, I just haven't been really too jazzed about getting out there and forcing myself to get out there, and it's a bummer. You know, like I could have brought my running stuff right now and been out there, but it's so cold. I just don't really have any desire to go freeze my little butt off. And I'm not a big fan of running on the treadmill either. I definitely would rather run on the street or the trails. But it's all right. We'll still be ready for it. I'm not too worried. Like last month, I almost ran 90 miles for the whole month, and this month we're only at 18.9. It is now 11:30 a.m. in my part of beautiful California. What time is it where you're watching from? What day is it? Today here it's Tuesday for us. Tuesday, 11:30, February 11th. My 7-month anniversary with my girlfriend. She texted me like, "Happy anniversary!" And I was like, "Oh, fuck, man! I totally forgot it." 1931, badass. That's like 7:30. Nice. England. Very cool. Do you like living in England? Is Denmark on the same time schedule as the Netherlands? We have his name's Oldtimers, and he's a moderator for the live stream. He's from the Netherlands, and he tunes into the stream a lot. I do understand military time. I used to be a firefighter, like a long time ago actually, and I can imagine. It sounds like highly dense populations. Nice. It's good for you, man. It's good to get out there and adventure and see what else is out there. I would honestly, like, I love my city I live in, but I know there's a lot out there. You know, I'm pretty fortunate enough to have a lot of travel experience. So I'd like to give living in another city an experience, try. But my parents, my dad especially, nice. My dad, even the thought of me not living in the same city just throws him into an all terrible spiral. Like, oh, how could you even want to do that? And it's like, because I want to grow and I want to see what else is out there, dude. Like, where we live. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, he tunes into the stream and his like. He might be an hour ahead of you. 1 or 2 hours, I'm not too sure, but whenever he tunes into the stream, it's always like midnight or 1 a.m. for him. So I think you guys might be a little close. But yeah, I would highly recommend getting into running. You know, it's pretty dang easy. You just put one foot in front of the other, right? And when you start training for these ultra marathons, you know, you're going at a different pace than you would be for like a marathon. You know, when I'm like really getting it, when I got a little short time, I'm pushing like an 8:30 minute mile. But then when I'm like, I've done 2 50Ks, so that I was averaging, you know, 10-minute miles on the good ones, and then like 15-minute miles on average. We walk on the hills. You know, there's no reason to absolutely kill yourself going up these hills trying to maintain a pace, unless you're trying to win. You know, my thoughts on running is I always have to have fun. If I'm not having fun, then I'm done with it. So as long as I'm still having fun, then that's the most important part. And the community, the ultra running community is so awesome. really, really great people. I'm really thankful I found them when I did. Oh. 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 I slept again really crappy last night too. I've just been sleeping really, really awful these last few days. I don't know if that's because I'm detoxing or I have 2 dogs myself, but my parents are gone, so I'm watching their dog too. So there's a total of 3 dogs in my room, and my dog Higgins likes to sleep on the ground in his little bed, but Charlie and Rugby like to sleep with me. Nice, that's awesome. I kind of thought so, but you never know, right? But I appreciate you fact checking that for me. So now I'm sleeping with 2 dogs, when normally I just sleep with 1, and both of them like to sleep like this, like perpendicular to the way the bed goes, right? So those 2 boys take up so much freaking space. What's up, Thomas? I'm just live streaming right now if you want to be on the stream or not. You watching the big game? Every time I watch football, I think of you now.
I did watch it.
What was your favorite part?
I don't know. Just had some years. That part.
I was rooting for you for your sobriety, man. You know, that's what we're talking about here on the stream. So.
Oh, really? Just running the...
Hey everyone, look at this guy who gave up on dry January. I'm just giving you a hard time, sorry. I think my favorite part of the Super Bowl is watching Taylor Swift get booed.
Oh, that happened, huh?
Or
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar calling Drake a pedophile on national TV.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, that part was good too. I actually, I don't know, my son and all his cousins were there, and they had like a bunch of bowls. We were just playing with toys. I was just playing with him all day.
Nice, that's fun.
Yeah. I didn't really watch much of the game. I was just playing around with him the entire time.
I just ended up live streaming it during the whole thing, and then just was hanging out with whoever would watch the live stream. And
Yeah, so I had to cancel the run last week, man. That's
oh, dude, you did me such a favor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was not feeling it. Let me hold on a second. Oh no, can you guys hear me now? Does it work better? Anything? Is any updates now? Okay, perfect. All right, good. See you, Joseph. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. I'll catch you later. There's all these people right now from Denmark hanging out. We have some people from the Czech Republic.
That's cool, dude.
Right?
Actually, I gotta dude, there's this website called school.com. I gotta show you that later.
School.com. All right.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be here all day.
Long story short, it's like a guy and he's trying to turn business into like a game, but you like earn money instead.
Interesting.
That's kind of his concept of it. Online community.
That's what I'm trying really hard with my YouTube channel.
No. That's what I was thinking about you. It's like, dude, what if we could pay to do exactly this?
Right.
And we just documented and filmed it. Like, that'd be badass.
I just actually landed a new sponsor, this company called Offfield, where they make
Gummies, right?
THC infused gummies. Yeah.
Do you have some?
Not yet. I'm still waiting. We had a chat on last Tuesday to like talk about this, and then they sent an order out, or they confirmed the order on Wednesday, and then here we are. I'm still waiting for the shipment.
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of want to get your feedback on that and see how you would implement that into like physical fitness.
Yeah, the whole like brand is geared towards like athletes and stuff. So they should be giving me enough to. I told them, I was like, I just want enough to be able to share to my friends who've never, tried it and want to try it. I'm like, here, try a gummy and see how it works for you.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's do you guys want to hear my idea for how I'm going to introduce myself to the brand? It takes a little bit. There's a delay for the chat, but so I have to film like a video when I first get the product. So what I want to do is put out 3 hats. I'm going to go out on like the trails and bring like a table and a microphone stand. And I'm going to put out 3 hats, and one's an off-field hat, and then another one's going to be like, I forgot what the words was, but it was going to be like, you know, when college students or high school students sit in the tables and like pick out what school they want to go to. I'm going to do something like that. I thought that'd be a funny little.
That is funny.
A little video. Yeah, other than that, that's going good. My mom's on her way back from the hospital today. Her open heart, or she didn't have open heart surgery, but she went through her groin, and that seemed to go pretty okay.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of jinxed it because they're like, oh yeah, it's just gonna be a 2 to 3 hour surgery, and then you know the surgery part itself went good, but then when they pulled out the trach tube, they found a lot of blood in her mouth, and we're like, what? So then they put her back under, and then she ended up having ulcers, and her ulcers or cysts somewhere inside of her, so that's like they got opened up when they pulled out the tube.
Yeah.
But they just have to do the post-op appointment, and then they'll be back. And but then she has to go back in another 2 months to get another valve surgery. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, seriously. Well, crazy.
Is your what do you call it? Is your 30-day mandatory break over?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm officially back.
Nice.
31st.
It's weird coming here every day without seeing you guys. It's like, where's Thomas and I going there on their breaks? Like,
Yeah, we're trying to negotiate for longer, going from 10-month to 11-month employees at least. So that's in the works. Still waiting to hear back.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you know anyone that wants to pour wine for a winery?
Where?
It's here in Lompoc.
Oh yeah.
It's for Kessler Hawk. One of my friends texted me yesterday about it. Like he's the owner's son-in-law. Yeah, son-in-law.
Okay.
He's like, hey man, do you want to pour wine for us? And I'm like, you know what? I really appreciate the offer, but I'm also super sober, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really want to be around people drinking all day. He's like, I really respect that. So, but if you know anyone, so I'm just asking around to see if anyone wants, might be interested in that.
Keep me on. I don't know. We'll see.
It's pretty chill. I gotta just like talk to people. You have to get a responsible beverage server certificate, but it's super easy. It's online.
Well, I think I've actually done one of those before. Yeah. Okay. I'll think about it. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Good talking to you, Max.
Likewise, I'm here all day. When the air lights out, I'm out. I'm so thirsty. When doing these streams, I get so thirsty. Sorry, I haven't seen Thomas in quite a while. Anton, I appreciate the beard compliment. You know, I live right by Solving. I don't know if you've caught that part of the stream yet, but I haven't seen anyone over there with giant old beards. I don't know if that's the same kind of area or not, like with the Vikings and stuff, but when you said that, it made me think of Solving. I learned too that all of Solving's Danish buildings, their quotes here, are all just fake. They're all just facades. You know, they're not actual real Danish buildings. Like there may be one or two that actually have straw roofs, but all of those are against building code in the city of Solving. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, that's crazy. Solving's basically like Disneyland, right? Just a big set. Hey Eric, how's it going today?
Sorry for the loud noises, it's just a little workbench.
Hakuna Matata. Not a problem at all, brother. It's nice to see you today.
You too, Max, thank you.
I interesting, huh? That's super neat. I used to work at the company, and the owner's dad passed away. Um, when I was there, and I'm like a really happy go at it kind of guy, right? Like, oh, how are you today? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing good. This and that. And I remember when he brought all of the employees together to give us like an update of like what's going on in his life. He's like, you know, some of you are just so hard to talk to every morning, and I like to avoid you. And he looked right at me. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm just trying to like wish you well and just be a good, decent person. He's like, you know, instead of saying it's good to see you or how are you doing today, just say it's nice to see you. So I've been trying to like incorporate that more and more in my life. And, I mean, that's been years ago, right? But I'll never forget when he looked right at me and said that. And he was like, that was fucked up, dude. And fine, man. I'll just ignore you. I'll just ignore you. People are crazy. It's like that Billy Currington song, right? Obviously, I don't work there anymore. Thankfully, with my job at the fire academy, I kind of had the ability to kind of venture out and try something else. And if it didn't work out, I still always had my job here at the academy. So I'm really fortunate for this position that I have. You know, and some people just aren't accepting of being happy, if that makes sense. Like they just want to be miserable and want to be in this like miserable zone. And it's like, you know, I just don't vibe with that. Sure, sometimes I wake up in like a upset mood or this and that, but I get over it pretty quickly, I think. Unless I'm like really, really mad. But that's a pretty rare kind of experience. So we got another 14 minutes until today's video comes out. Day 100 in a row. I'm super stoked on that, hitting that milestone. But I am shooting for 365 days of making a vlog every single day. And I haven't missed a day since I turned 34, aka 100 days ago. So that's like really important to me. It does probably mean that I need to get a new laptop. Because my laptop, the screen is absolutely burnt in. So I have to hook it up to an external monitor. It's really more or less just a glorified, really mini Mac Studio, right? So like, my girlfriend wanted to go to Vegas or go on like a trip, and I'm like, you know, I'm on this 100-day streak right now, so I'm kind of in the back of my head. I was like, oh, how am I gonna make this work? She did let me know that I could borrow her laptop if need be, but it wasn't quite powerful. It's not quite powerful enough to run Final Cut. And even my laptop now, it's a 2017 MacBook Pro, and it's not really powerful enough to really pump out to render the footage as quickly as I'd like. You'll see it in today's video that comes out. I ended it early, but I still had to do other stuff. But I just wanted, while I did the other stuff, I just wanted to let the computer render the footage and get it imported. So it's like I was just planning ahead, which is all good. But on the horizons is I definitely need a laptop here really soon. But I'm not a big fan of Apple Intelligence, and the fact that they're putting AI into every little thing, it drives me insane. You know, and then on that same conversation, I still use 2024 Photoshop because my laptop's not powerful enough to run 2025 Photoshop because that's all this stupid AI built into it. Like, no one asked for it. No one asked for all this AI. I like AI where it is in ChatGPT, but keep it there. You know, don't put it into everything. And actually, that reminds me, guys, I need to send in a text message. Just wanted to apologize if it's annoying. I just what my bookkeeping software, and it gave me a notification saying it's been sending you. 2025, they added all of this extra AI crap into their software, thinking it would make a difference. Slash also 2 times the price of their services. Thought I had it all turned off too. I just wanted to apologize on behalf program if it's super annoying. So annoying. Like, no one asked for all this stuff, but they just, like, tech companies just put it into us, put it on us like they think we want it, you know? I love watching these guys zip around on the golf carts. Cracks me up. Oh, there's Julie right there. It's funny, like, I got an email on the January 1st saying I needed to get a TB test done, or a TB verification form, and I filled out the form, sent it right back over, like literally 20 minutes after, thinking I was in the clear. Like, you just had to fill out, like, check different boxes and stuff, seeing if you've been exposed to it or not, send it back, and then a month later, completely forgot about it. They're like, hey, we haven't received your TB verification form yet. And I was like, wait a second. And so I sent them the receipts, and I was like, no worries, it's all good, it happens. And I sent the form over again, and still nothing. So then today I talked to my boss, and I was like, hey, am I still allowed to work? Because the first email said if I didn't turn it in by the 17th of January, you know, I can't work. And he's just like, who knows, man. But send this person an email and see if they can square you away or what. And, so annoying. It's like, you do everything correct. Like, you follow the rules, you do it, and you still kind of get screwed over in a way. You know, someone somewhere else is dropping the ball for you, even though you did it correctly, but then you're the one to take the fall for it, right? You know, it's kind of like how my thoughts on law enforcement. You know, I drive a completely bone stock vehicle. I pride myself on, you know, being a really great driver, following the rules of the road. I don't speed. I'm great at stopping, you know, blinkers, like the whole 9 yards, right? All of my friends make fun of me because of how safe of a driver I am. But they're also the ones that fall asleep when I'm driving, right? Because they feel so safe with me behind the wheel. But then the cops see me driving down the road, and they go, oh, boom, guy with the beard, let's pull him over. And the other day, you can see it a few videos ago, I got pulled over just because I had a bike rack on the back of my truck. And the cop's like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no. And he's like, because of your bike rack, brother. I can't see your license plate all the way. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Is that the thing? Like, oh yeah. And thankfully I was right by my job. So I'm like, well, can I just take off this bike rack and put it in the bed of the truck? My mountain bike's too long for the bed of the truck, so that's why I like to use the bike rack. And I don't like to just lay my bike down on the back of the truck too either. So yeah, stuff like that. And then yesterday, as I'm driving home, like, this cop followed me and all this BS. I'm like, what am I doing to make you think that I'm this terrible human being that needs to be pulled over? You know, I'm completely clean and sober. I don't have any drugs or alcohol in my system. You know, it's like, I'm trying so hard just to be a 100% functioning member of society that just contributes and is productive and they treat you like a criminal. And it's just safe to say that, like, again, like, no one is excited to see law enforcement ever. You see the fire department and they're like, heck yeah, firefighters, but you see cops and you just immediately feel like they're gonna treat you as a criminal. And their whole motto is protect and serve, but who are they really protecting and who are they really serving when, you know, like, normal people that are just going to work, tax-paying citizens, see a law enforcement person and you just think, oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble or something for doing nothing. You know, if I'm in my Jeep, I get that. I get where I would get pulled over. I have, you know, 35-inch tires, front window tint. That's illegal in California, even though so many people have it. It's just stupid. A lot of stereotypes. You know, they're judging you based on appearance and stuff like that, and it's just BS. Hold on, I got some. My buddy texted me this morning. Only 5 hours to go here. My buddy texted me this morning. Huh, interesting. Did not notice any oil leaks may be consuming oil. Suggest a specialty shop or dealer for full diagnostics. I know you have your racing background. Dirt track racing background too. Let me look up those codes really quick and see what I can find. I do appreciate how it seems like you can highlight text now. Chevy code. Let's see what it says. So the 00 is camshaft position sensor. Okay, I replaced those before. That was on a Dodge Neon. I replaced a camshaft sensor on that. Oof. Gosh, if it's a timing chain though, ooh, that's not a job for me. That's out of my wheelhouse. Okay, he does have, I saw the 12 in there. The 00P. Which one did I play first? P0010. P0013 and P0171 code. Gosh, ChatGPTs can be so helpful for diagnostics. It's interesting too. When I've rode in his car before, you can definitely smell like a really gnarly exhaust leak. And I'm like, brother, you know that exhaust? You smell that exhaust leak? He's like, what? How'd you know that? I was like, God knows, man. So this is what it's saying. Like, check your oil. That's what they did. Inspect and test BVT solenoids. Okay. Oh, we could. Okay, we could probably do this. I'm just gonna send him some screenshots. It makes it so easy. Just pop in the codes and. Oh dang! Look at that, guys. It is now 12:01. That means today's videos come out. 100th video in a row. It would be cool if like I could take the live stream and then we could all go watch the video and then come back to the live stream, right? Like I don't like to what am I saying here? I don't even know what I was trying to say there. I'm sorry. Dang, 1,932. Heck yeah, guys. I really appreciate you guys wanting to subscribe to the channel. That really means a lot to me. If I could hit 2,000 by like the end of next month, that'd be really neat. It's interesting to me how different the rocket launch shorts hit or don't hit. The one a few ago, it was a morning launch where it did that whole like fanciness, right, in the sky. That video didn't even break 500 views on the short. But then just your normal typical launch where it's just pretty routine, nothing cool happened, it got almost 5,000 views. What the heck? I copied the same hashtags and just carry them over. I don't know why there's such a discrepancy. I also wanted to check my email to see if I got a response about my TB test. My sacrifice. Yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. It's been a real chill day. Captain or Chief Shay, hey. So majestic looking. Like, who's that stallion over there? There's a lot of stallions here at this place, Thomas. I really do appreciate my coworkers here. They're all really great people. And, you know, we're all, like, in my opinion, this place is like a melting pot. Everyone has like different backgrounds and different history, right? And we all just come together, and it's really awesome. Like Jeff over there, I can see him. He's one of my best friends here. I've known him for 13 years. He's a great guy. Thomas and Eric, super great guys. Mike, John, just everyone here is just super rad. You know, there's not a single person here that I work with that I'm just like, ugh, I gotta go the other way because I don't see him or I dread talking to him. Like we don't have that here, and that's really special. I don't think you find that too often. You know, whoever's watching right now, like these wipes are dry. I was hoping to kind of to wash my hands. Mm-hmm. 12:05. I don't even know if the kids are outside. I don't know if today's like the first day of hose or something. I'll tell you what, guys, the Super Bowl halftime performances peaked when Creed performed. That was the best, and they were all flying around and singing. That was a Super Bowl halftime performance. Just wanted to make sure the battery is still doing good. Sacrifice. Oh, yeah, we're just hanging out now. Don't even know who's watching. We got 2 viewers. Haven't had a comment in a while. Oh, dang. I don't know why I don't see that. Oh, okay. Anton, are you still watching? That's to answer your question. In my personal opinion, like I like daily, when I say like daily vlogging, you're gonna see what I did that day, even if it's just a short little like 2-minute video for that video from that day. You know, like that's important to me. You know, no offense to Roman Atwood, I really love his channel. He's one of the few people that I have notifications turned on for. He'll do that. He'll film 2 videos in the same day so that he can kind of give himself a break. But in my personal opinion, I like it when you click today's video and it's exactly what I did yesterday. That's important to me. And I do have an iPad, as you can see that I'm watching it on. Do I suck balls? Why would I have to? Then your mother would be out of a job, right? Gotcha. I have like a pretty certain way of editing, and I don't really like editing very much on my iPad. It's too annoying. And the fact that you can't just buy the Final Cut app for your iPad, you have to pay a subscription for it. Like that doesn't really vibe with me, and I'm just so used to editing on a computer that doing it on a tablet is just so frustrating. And my tablets, the space inside is so small that it wouldn't be worth it. Again, Taranter, your mom would be out of a job if I sucked balls, so I don't want to take her job away. Good times. I like being able to bite back a little bit. Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday. Bam! How you like me now? Congratulations on not actively adding anything to the conversation. But sometimes I would just think like it would be maybe just get a better iPad, right? My iPad that I use now is super old too. But if you want to buy a decent iPad, you're basically spending the same amount of money that you would for a MacBook Pro. So it's like I'd rather have a laptop with a physical keyboard and a bigger internal hard drive and stuff like that, and ports and stuff that you can do stuff like that with, instead of just a tablet with one lightning port or a USB-C, whatever they have now, and limited internal storage. I don't even think with iPads you can put in a external drive and expand the storage. So my iPad that I have now is doing just fine. It's getting the job done for now until they decide that it's no longer uh, good enough for Apple, right? If you tune into that belief where they just phase out your iPhone after so many years, like I think I have like the iPhone 13 or 14. It's current enough where I can still access the satellites to send out like an SOS text or update my location via satellites. But as far as having AI into it or the latest cameras and stuff, no, it's not like that. And we just hit 12:10 as our time here, and I've already had to charge my phone once. So there is that. I'm gonna. I do want to put the. I made this little box so I could put the charging cable through it and then charge my iPad. My iPad's still doing good. It's only at 65%, but if we end up having to fill bottles and going into the bays where the compressor is, we won't have access to power. So I'd rather have that be 100%. Bam! That's my little stand. But I need something. Need something behind it to help prop it up more or better. Do you guys have any Valentine's Day plans? They're talking about that on the radio. I actually have to work on Valentine's Day. I work for a flower shop too, and I run their social media. But then sometimes too, I also have to deliver. I get to deliver flowers for them, like on major holidays, and Valentine's Day happens to be one of them. And Valentine's Day, Mother's Day are the major ones. Academy. Wait. Delivered flowers on Mother's flowers.
Yeah, like I'm stuck.
Ow, dang it. You need something a little bit more up here then. Uh-oh. I love it when they get their push-up competitions on. Alrighty. Beard's just beard out of control.
I can't do it, man. Well, that one right there. I guess we do that against the prop. Prop right there, the high space prop.
No ourselves against the wall. No one else can see. The motivation isn't more in me. Psycho vision. Psycho vision. Psycho vision. Yeah, that's all I really need, guys. Is like, I need a new laptop. And it was my freaking fault too for burning out my laptop, my monitor. I was, so 2 years ago I had an office space at the Chamber of Commerce, and they were nice enough to give me one for a trade for just doing photos of their events. And I when you edit photos and you edit like videos and stuff, it's really important to get the colors right, as you can imagine. So I had the brightness all the way turned up, and I walked away while it was rendering footage on Final Cut, and it was just a black. If you use Final Cut, it's like a black, mostly black screen, right? So that happened, and it just totally burnt out all the blacks in my monitor, and so now when I open it up and try to use it as normal, it just flickers like crazy, and then a lot of the colors are just gone. It's really sad, but thankfully using an external monitor fixed that problem. And I've looked into seeing how much it gets the screen replaced, and it's so expensive. Also, the battery is terrible. It needs to be plugged in the entire time. So it's definitely time for a new laptop, but we've got a lot of good times, a lot of good editing with this with the current laptop. So I'm not ready to say goodbye yet. If that makes sense. But I do want to go to the Apple Store and just put down the cash for one. Just like, bam, here's cash. But yeah, that's why I don't film 2 videos in one day, Anton, because that's how I daily vlog, more or less, right? Like, this is actually my daily day, and I've thought about filming a video of like my favorite running stuff, and then using that as a filler video, but that seems, seems kind of cheating to me. Seems like cheating. So if you guys can do it, you check out my latest video that just came out 16 minutes ago, where it talks about what I did for my 100th day in a row. It makes me wonder how much time I've spent editing these videos, and it takes me about like an hour or so, give or take, depending on how many clips are in there and how fancy I want to get with the edits. But I kind of just keep it pretty basic. I just edit out like the pauses and the ums and the ahs, and I try to put some little different clips in there from different camera angles to kind of like mix it up a little bit and break it up. We're in control of our own our time sheets here. So I give myself an 8 hours. So I was scheduled here to be 8 hours, but I'm not honestly doing anything, and I don't think they'll be outside at all. Yeah, they're not outside at all. The old department, the fire department I used to work for. I should give Eric a round of applause. Great for you, Eric! I appreciate that. So does Mother Nature. I get a good kick out of picking up trash for some reason. And you'll see that in today's video. Oh, spoiler alert. I finally have health insurance again, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's super cool. But it doesn't actually kick in until March of this month, or next month, right? Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. We're at 5, but now we don't have 5. I'm like, oh, can I go home now? I'm not really doing anything, but I want the hours and the money. Can't make any money if you don't show up to work, right? But hey, if you guys want to support the channel, support me. I have my merch store. Yeah.
Santino's still waiting on Vandenberg. It was like that much. Holy God, I'm scary.
Oh, the worst part too is I've already eaten my lunch for today. Oh, I've eaten all my lunch, all my snacks. I'm just staring off into the sky. We live in a beautiful valley. Like, I'm really fortunate to where we live, and it's beautiful. See, they've even incorporated AI into YouTube, where you can just ask them what's this video about, and they'll give you a breakdown. You know, it's like you don't have to watch the video. Does anyone watch their own YouTube videos when they come out just to help give it a view? Because that's what I'm doing right now on my phone. This is my video. It cracks me up. But hey, it's not cheating, right? You know, even like if you're into streaming, right, you could just honestly stream anything. You might as well stream whatever you're doing. I thought about getting a what are those things called? Capture card, right? And like if I'm gonna play a game for a little bit, might as well stream it and see who wants to watch it, right? Oh, here we go. We got some customers. Here we go. Let's see if they're smart to put them on the tailboards. Hey! Put it on the tailboard!
Put it on the tailboard!
God. Thank you, Eric. They've only been through halfway through this semester. What dorks. See, now I know why, Taylor, you drink. I'm gonna go get an IPA now.
What happened? They were just putting in the name backwards and all that, so the taxes on billboard.
It's funny how they freeze up like little chickens. So funny to me. Like, I made a SOP, a standard operating procedure, telling them to, when you see the air light outside, put it on the tailboard, and they still put them on the inside, and it makes just a giant pain in the ass for me. And they just look so confused. And I get it, they're getting so much information thrown at them at once, but they're just like,
Hey, what's up?
well, now I want to, now I feel like I want to redo the stream and change it to, now we're filling bottles. We've already been going for like 85 minutes, so. I don't really yell too much anymore. I used to be like really involved with them, and we do a lot of yelling and stuff, and now I'm more of just the chill guy that fills the bottles, you know. Oh. Should we close the doors? Even though we came over here and it was like this, should we close the doors? I don't get it. And that's, I mean, don't get me wrong, guys. I've been doing this for 13 years, right? So, and my job's just solely been filling bottles and doing SCBA stuff. So this is like second nature to me at this point. And, you know, they're kind of seeing it for the first time right? But they are halfway through the semester, so they should know better. This is interesting to me. It's like, I think it just has to do with the younger generation. Um, they don't. I don't think they listen very well. There's a lot of like TikTok brains is a common theme I've been seeing lately. But it's funny. We'll give him a few seconds here to get the bottles off. But we got a whole bunch. Whoever's watching, you guys want to fill some bottles really quick? My throat hurts from yelling across the whole dang field. Good thing Eric has a man voice, and I just got a little voice. But it's starting to get warmer now. This is my dude, my buddy Eric's towing company. Different Eric. I know I have a lot of Erics in my life. But we'll keep the stream going. Why not? We did this on purpose, right? We've had the iPad on the charger just for this reason. Safety first. I was filling bottles like a month or so ago, maybe back in December, and just in the middle of filling, like routine filling, one of the hoses that goes into the filler neck, it popped, and I didn't have my earplugs in that one time. Terrible mistake. It was so loud. I thought one of the bottles exploded actually. And we've had some of the valves bust, and when the valves burst on the bottles, then all 4,500 psi just completely goes away, or empties out of the bottle, right? And that's so loud and annoying. So we're gonna put one earplug in right now. We head over and say what's up, or go grab a golf cart, and then the motivation is a moral. Psycho vision. But we want the safety glasses because I don't think the Ray-Bans are very safe. Take that, take this. I'm not sure where I want to put the camera today, but we'll just keep it like this. Take this. Take this. Let's go fill some bottles, guys. Come on. Take this. Take the pad off the charger. We got the GoPro for today's vlog. Dorks. Oh, they're on lunch right now. Thank you for using your man voice.
Just a little bit further away. I think they heard you, but they were confused. Like, I don't recognize that voice. Who is that?
I used to yell a lot at him, but I'm past that now. I'm retired from yelling.
Yeah, I like your coveralls.
Hey, thanks. It was so cold this morning.
Sweet.
I know, I
Those
saw
are
you
nice.
put them on. I'm like,
Those are really nice.
taking off right now, Max?
No, I'm gonna borrow one of these carts if I can and fill up some bottles.
Got it.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, oh, I wonder if I could leave because I haven't done anything really. But then now I see it, so I'm like, yeah.
No, they were doing dressing grills this afternoon. I think he's going to do a couple more dressing grills. Dressing grills suck.
Really?
He was like, there's no excuses, guys. You guys take this home. You take your gear home. Everybody should be under 2 minutes. There's no excuse.
For the first 3 rows of 4 out of 12, or at least 3 out of 12 I saw, forgot to put their shroud over their mask.
Yes.
It was still
Oh my
rubber
gosh.
band.
Yes. And the biggest issue was, there was one kid, he had an issue with his BA. I kind of fixed it. It was like, you put it in, it was snapping, it was leaking from the base, and then I took it out, put it back in, took it out, put it back in, and I slammed it inside there. I'm like, it's not leaking anymore. I just just gotta maybe push it a little harder. No
That
big
yours?
deal. That is not mine. Leave it in there.
here?
Not mine.
Interesting.
Probably for the gate.
I had a buddy that bought an AR, and the first time he went to go shoot it, he was too scared to really just pull the charging handle back and just let it go. And he's like, it keeps jamming, it's not working. I'm like, let me try it. And it worked just fine. It's like, sometimes you can't be afraid of these things. And
I don't know, but the kids, they were, when I was listening to them, all you hear, I'm like, motherfucker, close your bypass. You fucking bleed your thing, you bleed your shit, close it. So when you get here and you're doing your own, you're gonna look like a jackass.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
I understand it. The equipment.
And Dave, he ripped into him like, no one, there shouldn't be, if your hood gets twisted, yes, I get it. You know, no, there should be no issues with your V8s unless there's an actual malfunction. This is not a malfunction. These are.
So do we have a spool of red or orange webbing? I know we have green. We have a green
Pop
one
over there
that-
now. Is this the one you guys get? Can use this one?
Yeah,
Cool.
go ahead, take it, man. That was mine. You can have it.
I'll take that.
I'll give you this one's over here.
I'll take
You
this
can take that over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let's
Man,
go.
I'd rather leave that stuff there.
I'm gonna have you guys ride shotgun. Should put the GoPro up to get some extra angles, right? Okay, that's better. Burr. Okay, let's get these babies filled up. Uh-oh. You're gonna get a copyright strike now. Maybe it'll be far enough away. Let us find out. Let's see here. Where can we put this now? Our chair's gone. All right, that's good enough for me. Perfect, perfect. Put these here. So now we're in the actually bottle filling part of the job. This is actually my job. There we go. Okay, let's move this over so you guys should see what's going on here. Gloves are all jacked up. You can tell which hand I use the most, right? For tightening and doing all that stuff with these bottles.
Welcome to the stream. Go to bottles now, finally. Just to make sure I haven't missed any messages here. Nope. Haven't missed any messages. I'm able to fill up a lot of the air bottles without having to turn the compressor on, which is super handy. That was a fast fill stash. We only had 6 bottles to fill, right? So it didn't take too long at all. Now we gotta put these big back. Oh, whoops, daisy. You guys, if whoever's watching right now, remembers I was talking about, I used to be a firefighter. The department I used to work for is actually here right now. We're cool though, it's super cool. I don't, there isn't any bad blood anymore. Worked out our beef, but it's cool to see him here. We're all cool now, it's all good. Yeah, we got our 6 bottles filled up, and now we just go back to the container and wait for more bottles to fill. Yeah, that's basically a small round of bottle filling, more or less, right? Oh yeah. Well, then we've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. Heck yeah. That's awesome. The weather's still pretty chilly out. Yes. Ditch our plug that we didn't even use actually. Oops. We phone here. My girlfriend just told me, welcome, buddy. Once and I really gotta go. And you know, they make zippers here for you to go to the bathroom in these overalls, but this doesn't work for me. I'm not a fan, so it's just the easiest to keep all the way off. Oh, I bet. Here, I have one little bar here. Let me move my phone outside. The weather is awful. Is that any better? Thanks a lot, Verizon, right? Like, oh, it's windy out, so the cell service isn't gonna work very. Like, oh, it's windy out, so the cell service isn't gonna work very well. Probably hurting our viewer count too. And you know, what's funny is like, it's really sunny. It's a clear day out. It's perfectly sunny weather. But just the wind is so cold and it's blowing in. Maybe my phone even better out there. The wind is blowing in a lot of rain. So it's gonna rain like for the next 3 days, starting at 1 a.m. In the morning, right? Again, give me like 1 second. I really gotta go to the bathroom. Clint, you're in charge of the chat, brother. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully the quality's a little better now. Dang, pouring rain out. That video, the short that you sent, I hope the Clint, you're still here. The short you uploaded about your driveway, and I was like, dude, this is like my dream of having a muddy driveway. Like I totally understand where you're coming from on the wheelchair situation. Like, dude, that would suck to have to navigate that in a wheelchair. Like those little thin tires, man, you know. It doesn't really like distribute the weight very well. Like I totally get it. There's a they moved. The guy, I had a neighbor on the corner of me. He actually was the guy who invented those wheelchairs that have the tracks. You know, like super gnarly off-road wheelchairs. And I would always see him in the back of his truck, but they were really, really standoffish people and didn't like talking to outsiders, more or less, if you kind of catch my drift of those kind of people. And I would have loved to learn more. Like, dude, you make these? That's super cool, man. But they were super standoffish, and Yeah, then they end up moving. You know, like the kind of people where when they would get out, they'd park their car and get out and run to their front door, and like we can't have any outside communication with any of our neighbors or anything. And it's like, well, what are you guys doing that makes that? You know, like why? What are you trying? What are you hiding here, friend? Let's just put the iPad back here on the charger. Well, dang, man, that sucks that the freaking the network isn't doing so well. That bums me out. I haven't gotten a notification either that I've been using up a lot of my phone data either, so it's not like Verizon's throttling me back or something. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's funny to me too how you know, Verizon likes to pat itself on its back, or any cell phone company for that matter. I'm just speaking on Verizon because that's who I have. Like, oh, we have 5G now. It's going to be super fast. We care about our customers, this and that. And honestly, ever since they switched from 4G, the cell service and data speeds and everything have just gone downhill so hardcore. And I can't see it, but if you guys have watched my videos where I run to the flagpoles, there's a 5G tower up there. Oh, nice, you're back. You're back, I'm back, you're back, we're all back. We got empty bladders. Our bladders are empty and our hearts are full. That's today's motto. Empty your bladder. In addition to needing a laptop, I think it's also need GoPro time. Yesterday during my run and stuff, it kept glitching out of control. And freezing again ever since the latest GoPro updated their cameras, and ever since then this one's just been having a lot of problems. I'm a diehard GoPro user too, and when they do stuff like that, it makes it hard to advocate for them, you know. I meant to grab my. I think we're gonna honestly. We might pop the breaker here. Nice, dude. I gotta ask you a question here, Clint. Got a little bone to pick, actually. I was kind of expecting a comment on one of my last videos. You know, I don't want to say why. I like to hide Easter eggs in my videos just to see if anyone who's watching them or not. I'm not mad, I swear. I'm sure you gathered by now I have a pretty dry sense of humor. I don't take anything seriously, so I'm completely kidding. But you know, in the last one or two or three videos of mine, you should check it out and hear what I'm talking about. I was like, oh, I wonder if Clint will see this, and maybe he'll leave a comment or not. But it's all good, man. I appreciate your kindness and your subscription and always tuning into my lives and everything. Oof. Dude, man, Clint, you got a heart full of gold. You're the kind of guy that would give the shirt off his back for anyone in need. And, you know, I say it in your chat and you say it, and you're a one-of-a-kind human being. And we need more Clints in the world and less buttheads, for lack of a better word, man. And I fully support the Clint movement. Clint 2024, 2020, 2028? Gator in Turkey 2028. That should be a sticker and a t-shirt. But I think Turkey's a little too young to be vice president, right? I'll be your VP then. How about that? Until Turkey's old enough to be the vice president. I'm just watching these guys use a big old wrench to work on something. Kazakhstan. That just always makes me think of the movie Borat for some reason. Obviously, nice, dude. Yeah, that happens. I was kind of worried about the formatting issue. About that, and I was like, I'm just gonna full send it. It's silly. It might show up like different based on like different platforms. You know, it looks different on TV. The TV gives you more of a space. iPads give you more space. You know, it's like, it's just weird. And then I'm more of a mobile iPhone user, and that gives a different crop too. And speaking of that, I did see on the my phone's out there. I put my phone outside. Sheesh, dang. So the one that they pulled up, I'm 5'9" and a half, and the guy carrying it was like up to here. That was big. But anyways, Clint, if you're using your cell phone to live stream through the YouTube mobile app, you can like, I can send you a link, and you're able to actually be on screen as well. Not on iPads for some reason or on desktop, but if we use our phones strictly, we both can be on the screen at the same time and have like a conversation. I don't know if that's something you'd ever be interested in doing. I'd be pretty jazzed about that. We'd have to probably, like, we'd communicate about scheduling a time, you know, just to make sure we're both free and stuff. But I think that'd be super cool. You know, it'd be cool for my viewers to meet you and stuff, and I'd be super interested in something like that. And I know you talked about interviewing your stepmom too, and I don't know if you have the ability to do that in person or not, but if you don't, you can use the mobile YouTube app on your phone and then share the screen with them. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool feature. But it's funny because I went to the app store on my iPad, and it's the same, basically more or less the same app, right? But they don't allow it for iPads. It's silly. That's crazy. We're the same height. I think 5'9", 5'9" and a half, because I'm pretty proud of that half inch, is a pretty common height. What size shoe do you wear? I'm a 9.5. I'm a 9.5, but you guys remember? I don't know if you can hear that or not. Yesterday I was talking about like jets and stuff flying over. Maybe that was Sunday, but now something's really flying over. I don't have my sunglasses on, so I went outside and I'm blind. Well, I heard something. I can't see it, right? Isn't that the kind of the nice? Nice. Oh, that's what's up, dude. Heck yeah. How far away does your dad live from where you live? How's any update on the truck situation? Is your dad? I'm asking a lot of questions right now because it's just me and you here, right? Is your dad the kind of guy where he's gonna be able to fix it himself? Is he able to fix it himself, right? Or does he have to take it somewhere? Or is he gonna be forced to take it somewhere? Ah, dang it! I should have got my freaking water. More, aka water refill, right? Maybe if I turn off 10. Nice. Maybe if I turn off the music on my phone, the data will work better. So it's like, data's a pipeline, right? And you can only fit so much through one pipe before it just starts to get clogged. Excuse me. Oh yeah. This time. And we'll turn off the music so we can have full data. Just for the stream. Anyway, yeah, right. Oh, these newer trucks, man. Notification thing. California teen sentenced to 4 years in prison for making hundreds of swatting calls across the U.S. Good, man. Swatting is so just terrible. The resources and everything. Good for him, or good for them. Good. Okay, good. Perfect. I didn't really like it. Question. There it goes. We're losing it again. I gotta put my phone back outside. Freaking Verizon. Guess I don't want to be on my phone. On the talk about newer trucks, right? So he had to bring his truck into the dealership to get a freaking update, a software update. A truck needed to go to the dealership for a software update, and it took him like a week to do it. But then my other buddy Jeff here, he has the 2017 Ford F-150, right? And it gave me the ring of death for the reconnecting. So I put my phone back outside. Hopefully that makes a difference. It doesn't matter, like, I turned the music off, I put my phone back outside, and now we're still struggling with our connection. It looks like I feel like I'm moving a little bit more better. So obnoxious. Maybe I just have to get Starlink. The reason why I would get Starlink, right, or one of the reasons why I would get Starlink is if I was actually making money on YouTube, you know, and I would make I think it's definitely on my side, dude. When I put my phone in here, I had 5G ultra wide, but then once I like turned off the music, it went down to 1 bar. I'm definitely seeing the bar fluctuation on my end. You know, if I was making money on YouTube, I could justify getting Starlink. Yeah, I bet. Do you guys have to do a lot of storm preparations and stuff for the storm coming in? You know, sadly here I feel like we're so coddled, in lack of a better word, here on this, right in Lompoc, that when we're so coddled that we can go downtown and go to the grocery store and get whatever we need, right? Like, we don't have to prepare for anything. I don't like that mindset. I'd like to have a lot of, like, not a lot of stuff, but a few things, you know, just ready just in case. There's where we live on like in a weird spot, so there's only two roads that go into town, and like where I live in the we call it the village. There's also only two ways in and out of the village. God, okay, good. We're gonna leave the phone outside now. There's only two ways into town, and one of them has like this nasty turn, right, where a lot of people unfortunately have lost their lives recently about it. But when that part gets shut down, like the traffic gets so backed up, everyone gets funneled through this one way. It's just an absolute nightmare. And we just don't have the infrastructure here to deal with that kind of stuff. And it's just sad. So we're so coddled, but then when like stuff like that happens, we actually get our butt kicked because of it. And it's just like, I don't know. There's not a solution for it. We can't build more roads coming in and out of the town, right? It's like when the going gets tough, I just want to be, or not when the going gets tough. You know, when the weather sucks and when you don't need to go downtown, you shouldn't have to. I don't want to. I want to already have everything I need, you know? There's this one guy, I don't know if he's shown up on your feed yet at all, Clint, but he's 34, I think, and he works full time at 7-Eleven, and that's his job, and he's lately been blowing up on YouTube. That guy makes more from donations in one video than I make an entire month at the Fire Academy. And I'm like, good for him, man. He deserves it. But I'm like, dang, that's crazy. Right? I feel that. I've never been in a hurricane before, thankfully. Knock on wood. Who knows what 2025 and beyond will bring here for California. But I hope we don't ever have hurricanes. We've had a few typhoon warnings, a few tornado warnings. And that's about as far as all I can think of. You know, this time last year we were having the storm of the century, and we're supposed to get 7 inches of rain that never actually happened. Here we are, you know, like the Tool song. I'm still here. Yeah, we're at 136 minutes so far, so a little over 2 hours. Not too bad of a stream. Been a good one. We had a lot of people from Denmark, Czech Republic, Brazil, I think. Had one guy tell me, kept asking if I like to suck on balls, and I was like, well, man, if I suck on balls, then what's your mom gonna do? She's gonna be out of work. And then he responded back in all caps, do you suck on balls? And I was like, again, brother, if I did, your mom would be out of a job, right? So then I put him in chat timeout. Like, don't. The people that just come on to other people's live streams and go in the comments just to be annoying, or is this, what do you get out of that, man? What are you trying to accomplish? Just triggering people? And there's always the ones that never have a profile pic. You know, they hide behind an avatar and some stupid screen name, and but you know they don't upload videos themselves. They're just right? That'd be pretty neat. There's honestly not even a bike path from there's the one on the road, but there's not a bike path from the village into the main town where I live. I live in a community service district, for the actual true definition of where I live, and they don't have a bike path. Like, why wouldn't you want to connect the two by biking? You know, give people a reason or a nice safe place to like ride your bike or walk to and from the city. It doesn't. Like there are trails that you can connect to each other and run from one side to the other, but you know, not everyone's really doing that or can do that, or you know, it's just sad. And different people have made, you know, they spent their own money hiring engineers and different people to figure out the plans. Right? Hold on a second. Let me talk about that. They spent their own money developing the plans and all this, and present it to the county the county and city hall, and it's like, nah, we can't see the benefit in that. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to have your people riding bikes and walking and getting healthy and being outside? I just saw a video that talked about morning sunshine and the importance of it, and the importance of getting your sun in during the day. And if you don't, and you're just replacing that with these artificial lights from these screens, just how terrible it is for your health. And it's like, dang, I really get that. And you know, I like being outside as much as I can when the weather's nice. I like it when the weather's nice, and I'm a fair weather person. I'll wear that right on my sleeve. I have no problem admitting that. But yeah, I know that too. Like, at the end of the day, you know, I maybe have like $100, $200 left over, right, once all the bills are paid and stuff. And, I know a few people that make, you know, close to $5,000 or $6,000, and they can constantly complain that it's not enough. And I'm like, what the f, dude? On a good month, man, I make like $1,400, and that's like, I'm jazzed about that. I couldn't imagine what I would do with $5,000 or $6,000 a month. Like, you know, okay, little things, you know, I'd pay my car registration as soon as I got the bill for it, instead of waiting and saving up for the end of the month, right? I'd probably eat a lot more meals, right? I'm pretty good. That's a personal choice though. I like to skip meals. I don't really eat much breakfast, light lunch, but dinner's pretty hit or miss as well. You know, going to the gas station and being able to fill up every single time instead of like, oh, I'm just gonna put 20 on 5, and you know, stuff like that. And I think when people hit like a certain income spot, they lose touch of what it was like when they didn't have that money. And there's a lot of people where it's just enough is never enough for them. Like, you could have the brand newest of trucks, cars, whatever, and people will still be unhappy. And you know, again, happiness comes from inside. I've definitely have tried to fill voids with purchases, and that never, you know, like, give me one example right now, Max, and you can't, because that stuff's so monetary. It's so minute in the grand scheme of things, right? Iron is coming around. It's just wild to me how stuff like that happens, and where people are like that. They take, and then again, the people that, you know, complain about not making enough money when they're making that much money, you got to ask them, like, well, how do you give back? Where do you give back? Not that you have to give away your money, but like you could go pick up trash. You could be kind to people. You could do stuff that's free, but it's also rewarding and fulfilling. And I'm willing to bet that they don't. That's like a foreign concept to them, because they're just like me. And that's why you're unhappy. Hey, old timers, welcome. We had a guy here from Denmark earlier, a few hours ago, like maybe an hour or so. I was like, what time is it there? And he's like, oh, it's, you know, so and so time. I think it was like, I can't remember. It's been a while. But I was like, oh, are you in the same time zone as the Netherlands? He's like, I'm not really too sure. And then he looked it up. He's like, oh yeah, we are in the same time zone. So then I just brought up you. I was like, that's super cool. What a small world. Nice. There was another guy today who I've seen a few times before. He told me about the renewable energy jobs. He actually has hung out at the first Sonic I've ever been to as a high schooler. That was super cool. Like, what a small world. Out of all of the Sonic locations, especially in New Mexico too, right? For a Californian to go to New Mexico and go to the Sonic that he used to hang out in. That was cool. Ghost Rider. That's an old movie, right? With Nicolas Cage. Do you watch movies in English, or do you watch them in gosh, I think, sorry man, I've been my brain's fried. You speak Dutch? Dutch or Swedish? Sweet. Oh, you speak both. Oh, cool, nice. They always say like if you want to learn Spanish, you should just watch Spanish TV and put subtitles on. I was like, I'll try that. See how that works. Ooh. It's getting cold again, but I took off my vest and. But now it's time to put it back on. It's getting so windy and it blows all the dust right in my direction. It's like, how am I gonna beat Valley Fever if I'm getting it right back in my face? You know. It was cool. One of my favorite parts about like my job and where I sit is the way where I'm facing right now. You can't really see obviously because it's pointing at me, but it's right in the flight line for Vandenberg. So all day we're just on like busy plane days. We're watching just planes fly by, and it's super cool. I like seeing the big cargo jets fly. These things are massive. And one of my buddies that used to work here actually pointed out, he's like, "Have you ever noticed there's a lot more air traffic when it's cloudy out?" I was like, "Oh, interesting." And I started paying attention to that, and sure enough, it's a lot cloudy. There's a lot more planes flying over when it's cloudy out. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear the jet rumble? Oh gosh, I'm so tired. I slept so terrible last night. No bueno. My dormir has been no bueno lately. Dormir is Spanish for sleep. Obviously, no bueno is. We were hanging out. Can I just call you OT for old timers? OT. Yeah, I've been here all day to fill bottles for the Fire Academy, my main job, right? And we just filled some up maybe like 20 minutes ago. There's only 6. Cool, sweet, I appreciate it. There's only 6 so far. I'm kind of just hanging out. They're on lunch right now too. So it was like, I wonder if I could go home. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling exhausted today. And I'll be here tomorrow all day, Thursday all day, and then Friday I'll be delivering flowers for the flower shop. So there probably won't be a live stream on Friday. It's also Valentine's Day. Because I'll be behind the wheel of their delivery van, but I'll be vlogging for sure. But not, I don't know if I'll live stream. Because did you tune in, if you guys tuned into the live stream when I was replacing the headlights on the Hyundai? The stream kept reconnecting and stuff. It kept reconnecting and losing signal, and it got to be just really annoying. It's like, all right, you know what? Maybe if we do a live stream, we just gotta be stationary or get Starlink Mini, right? And Starlink's it's like $600, $600 or $700 for the equipment, and then $164 a month. That's crazy. That's expensive stuff. And T-Mobile is trying to say that they're gonna have Starlink now. Cell service. All right, dude. I appreciate you, OT. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for tuning in when you can. It really helps out. I see you gave it a thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you enjoyed my 100th vlog in a row. Ghost, hey, what's up, man? Or friend, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to just assume you're, interesting. That's really sweet. It's one of the old Godzillas. It's like Shin Yin Godzilla, I think is what it's called. And it's all in Japanese, I believe. I think there's an English version and a Japanese version. The Japanese version's great. I really enjoyed watching that version. I might ask if I can dip out of here, if need be. Because they really need bottles, but then someone else put away the engine. Oh, we're just hanging out right now. I'm at work today. I'm at work right now, and I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm an SCBA technician. And if you're like, what the heck is that? Like, you know the air packs and stuff that firefighters wear in the fires? Like, I'm a technician for taking care of all that stuff. and when the Fire Academy needs me, I'm just here to fill bottles. So my main job is bottle filling. And some days we have a lot, and some days we don't really have much at all. And today's been a day where we only had 6 so far. So it's like 6 bottles over the course of 8 hours just makes for a really long day. But it's all good. Happy to be here. I get to be here, right? You know, that's just it's a change in the wording that changes your perspective. Nice, dude. Clint, if you guys haven't checked out Clint's channel, he live streams 3 times a day. And he's just been on a roll uploading shorts. I like the one short you did, Clint, where it's like, hey guys, check out, I'll show you my front yard, and then it cut off, and it's like, but it left me wanting more. I was like, we gotta see the front yard, dude. I appreciate Clint's live streams. They're just full of good information and a good message. I'm really glad the algorithm connected us to each other. It's wild how the YouTube works sometimes, or the internet, for lack of a better word. Maybe should we end our live stream and we can go over there. We can go support Clint's live stream. We've just hit 150 minutes, so we're over 2 hours. What do you guys think? Can we do a poll? No, I can't do a poll because I don't have. You can't hit the chat on your iPad. I mean, we're just chilling. It's the 3 of us. Ghost, Clint, and Old Timers. I think you're still here. We could all just end my stream and go over to Clint's. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with sharing the love. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the last over 2 hours, 2.5 hours almost. Please check out my recent video. It's funny. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I had a lot of fun editing it, and I realized just how much I enjoy kind of doing that stuff. And again, it didn't cost me anything to, oh yeah, you're right, dude. I'm sorry. You did just join. We can hang out for a little bit longer if you want. Shoot the shit. Answer whatever question you might have. Clint just went live. This guy's notification. Oh, nice, dude. I appreciate that. Did you watch the version where I went live version, or did you watch it from my phone? I want to do better at the live version, which is going to be hard because the next one's on Monday at 5 a.m. So I don't really know who's going to want to be up on my roof with me, holding my iPad to film it perfectly, you know? If the filming quality was better from the live, I could just film it with my iPad and then just download that video and then upload it how I would normally upload it, but I don't know, I'm a little OCD about the quality, right? And I like putting a little banner across the bottom saying like the launch information and what rocket it is and stuff like that. So I can't do that for a live stream video. If you want to, it's up to you, dude. I appreciate you tuning in to my stream. You know, you said you just tuned in today, so I was like, let's just fuck it, dude. Let's hang out for a bit, you know? I'm jazzed. I'm jazzed that you're taking time out of your day to hang out. All right, if you're gonna pop over there, let's do it. Let's head over there. I'm gonna head over there. If you're gonna head over there. But yeah, everyone watching this stream, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for giving me 5 thumbs up. Hopefully you checked out the merch store. Hopefully you're subscribed wherever the subscribe button is. We might be back later. I'm not too sure. We'll definitely be back tomorrow when there's a lot more bottles to fill. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off now, and we're gonna pop over to Clint's stream and go share the love over there. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. Old Timers, Clint, everyone that watches. I really appreciate you guys. Do something every day to make yourselves better than you were yesterday, right? That's all we can do.